Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this tutorial on Tears for Fears song, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I've broken this tutorial into two parts. The first part will be done on this acoustic guitar, and that's going to cover all the chords and changes and all that, the different parts of the song. And the second part will be done on my electric guitar, and that will feature all the lead guitar parts, solos, and fills. So, thanks for tuning in, and let's get right to it. So this is standard 440 tuning, and I'm going to drop the low E string down to D. Okay. Alright, I originally thought the song was in 3/4 tuning, but it's actually in 12/8 tuning. I looked it up online. So the way the 12/8 works is you've got 12 beats per measure. You're literally going to count 12 notes in each bar. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the basic count's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the reason I dropped the low E down to D is there's kind of a gallop in the song, mainly illustrated by the bass line, but every hit of that gallop is on the 1 and the 3. So I'll do it slow here and you can hear the count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that gallop picking is basically the whole root behind the song and what you're playing here. So the very beginning of the song has 4 notes played out on a keyboard, and I figured those out for guitar. It actually would be 7th fret G string harmonic, 7th fret D string harmonic, and then back to 7th fret G string harmonic, and then 7th fret B string harmonic. The only thing is, the first 2 notes in the recording are actually an octave above, so that would actually literally be a 3rd fret harmonic. There we go. It's very hard to do on acoustic on 3rd fret harmonic. So anyway, so it does that, and then it goes into the riff. I will go over that later in the electric part because I consider that a fill in the song. Alright, so after that goes into an A, basically an A chord and a G chord. I play on the D string 7, 6 on the G, 5 on the B string, and then drop that down 2 frets, 5, 4, 3, D, G, B strings. I've seen other methods online showing a 2 on the G, 2 on the B string, and then 0, 0 on those 2 strings, which is basically the same thing as the top 2 notes in this chord. The only reason I do it up here is it gives you a little more flexibility. If you want to play more notes in that chord or not, you can. Down here, you're kind of you don't really want to play it that way. So as you're playing these chords, the A and G chords, you're still doing the gallop, so you're basically mixing in the chords with the gallop. So remember, the gallop goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then on the 1, instead of hitting the low D on that one, you hit the notes in the A chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You want to hold those notes out in that chord, in those chords. Let that ring out, but you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So basically on the 1, and then on the 3 of the next set of 3 beats, you're playing that chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just speed that up to whatever the tempo of the song is. It's a pretty decent tempo, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's basically the entire framework of the song as far as the verses, and the end of that first part. We sleep, we will find you. And then that part, it goes to a E minor with the drop D. I'm basically barring that string, barring the top 3 strings on the 2nd fret, 2, 2, 2, and then 0, 0, 0. E minor. Acting on your. Next chord, F sharp minor. I play as a 4/4 on the E and A strings, and then mute the D string, and then 2, 2, 2 on the lowest strings, lowest 3. Then G, 5, 5 on the top 2 strings, mute the D again, and then open G, and then 3, 3. So you don't want to bar the 3, 3, 3 like you did on the F sharp chord, because it'll sound like minor. You want to open that up, just to open G. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Back down to F sharp minor, E minor, F sharp minor, G, wants to A major, the world. Then back to your, and then just that one part, it does an open D string. For that part I play, instead of playing 7, 6, 5, I take the D string and I open that up, and then I just do the 6, 5, 5, the lower 3 strings of that chord, of the A chord, and then down 2 frets to 4, 3, 3 with the open D string. And then I do that with the gallop. So on the counting on that, it would be the same as the beginning gallop at the beginning of the song. But on this one, you would be alternating 2 hits on the low D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. After that alternating gallop, it goes back to the 2nd verse chords, standard, just like the first gallop part. It's my own desire. So play through that verse, and then you go back to your E minor again. F sharp minor, G, F sharp minor, E minor. Everybody wants to. The A chord, and then the power chord is a G, which we played like this, 5, 5, mute, 0, 3, 3. And then D, you could play that a full open D with all your strings, 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 2. So 2 strums on the D, 2 strums on the A. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. Now the timing on those chord accents are all on all upstrokes, except for the first G hit. So if you're picturing your right hand doing the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So anyway, that's just because the chords have a tiny little bit different feel in that the heavy electric part, and he's playing just slightly before the 1 beat. So after that bridge, heavy electric part, so glad we've almost made it, so sad they had to fade it, everybody wants to rule the world. Okay. Then the little part before the solo, it goes to a D chord. I played this form of the D, starting the 5th fret, A string, 7, 7, 7. But in this case, I play the 5th fret on the tuned low D string, the E string. So it creates a weird chord there. that's what the bass is hitting, that 5th fret, which I believe would be a G note with a D. And then next chord, I just drop that 5th fret to 0. And then I bar 7, 7, 7. And the rhythm of that part is the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I just accent the chords as they go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then it goes to a B minor, 2 on the B string, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. Little gallop there if you want, and then C major 7, 3 on this A string, 5, 4, 5, 3. Does that twice. And then back to your weird chord with the G bass, D with the G bass. Then A. Then into the solo is just your that plays behind the solo. Then back to your E minor. I can't stand this indecision. Married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to. Then back to your E minor again. Say that you'll never need it. One headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to. And then back to your D chord with a G bass. Whoa. I think they accent in different parts there. That's while he's going. And then all for freedom and for pleasure, nothing ever lasts forever. E minor, F sharp minor, G, wants to A. That's the whole song. Next, electric part and fills. Okay, welcome to part 2 of our tutorial for the electric lead guitar solos and fills. I believe the original song was played on a Stratocaster, and I don't have a Stratocaster currently. I have this monstrosity but it has a very similar pickup selector, 5 positions. For this song, I just did a cover song of this tune, and on the leads I use the pickup selector on the 2nd position, which I believe is these 2 pickups, I think. I'm not positive on that, but that's what I think. So anyway, I think that's as close to the sound you would get on a Stratocaster, but you could experiment with that if you want a closer sound to his sound. So anyway, okay, so the song starts off with the harmonics, which I went over in the acoustic part. Something like that. 3, 3, 7, 7. 3 on the G and D, and then 7 on the G and 7 on the B. If you want that similar little 4-note intro part, which you probably wouldn't. If you're playing in a band with a keyboard player, just have them do it. A lot easier. Okay, so the intro starts off with a slide from the 3rd fret B string up to the 7th fret. And then you're playing 5th fret on the E string, back down to 7th fret B, and then 7 on the high E string, 7th fret on the B again. So it basically toggles between those 2 sets, but you play the 5-7 on the high E to B. You actually do that twice, but you do it like every 1st and 3rd time. So if you think of a 6-note chunk, you'd be having a 5-7, 7-7, and then 5-7 again. And then that whole thing repeats, but that would mean you play the two 5-7s abutting each other on the first and third. I got too much delay here. Let me kill that a little bit. Okay. And he does a little bit of muting on that. Little palm muting. Palm here. Yeah, anyway. So the next lead fill that comes in is at the end of the second verse when they sing, "Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure." So what he's doing there is, that's the bottom of a B minor chord. So he's playing 3 and 2, B string, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, little high E string, 2 hits on that, and then a hit on the 3-4, the G and B strings of the B minor chord as well. And then he does a 2-2 on the B and E strings. 2 hits on that. And then the same thing. Also the 3-4 with that. Sometimes you'll hear him just hit that 4th fret on the B string. But I think the first couple times you can clearly hear it 2 notes. And then 2-2, 3-4, oops, 4-3, sorry. It's a very subtle difference, so yeah, so anyway. That's basically most of those riffs where he does that over their singing. So let me play it through here real quick so you can kind of follow along. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Does a double hit there. Forever. Back to the 2-3. Everybody wants to move. So I think he does that 4 times. Everybody, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 chunks or 4 sequences, and then they go to the power chords. So that's a G power chord, but it's played 5th fret D string, 7th fret G, and then 8th fret B. There's a room where the light. Then he slides up to 12 D string, 11 and 10. My thing is not intonated properly, so it sounds a little out. And then 2 hits on that, slide down to the A form of the first G that I just played. There's a room where the light won't find you. So that A is 7, D string, 9 on the G, 10 on the B. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind. That slides down to the E form, the 2nd fret, 2, 4, and 5. So glad we've almost made it. G. I went over all these chords before. Had to fade it. Everybody wants to move. Then they go back to the intro riff again. And he does that all the way to the guitar solo. Playing that over a B minor. Let's see if I can do that here. Okay. Alright, that was silly. And then into the solo. So 2-2 on the G and B strings, bar those two. And then 4th fret G and 3rd fret B. 2-2, 4-3, and then back to 2-2, and then he just repeats that loop. So that is one loop. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he speeds it up. So he just alternates between the 4-3 and the 2-2. I think he does that 5 times. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, and then he goes. So that's 3-2 on the B and E strings. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 3-2, and then 4-3. Okay, and then 2-2. And then you go back down to 2nd fret G, 2nd fret B, bar those. 1, 2, 3, and then it resolves back to the 4-3 again. So I'm going to play that whole part real slow just so you can follow along, because it's kind of hard to explain all the hits and everything. So here we go. Okay, so you're doing 3 hits on the 10th fret B and E strings. After the 3rd hit, slide down to 7th fret. 2 hits on that. After that 2nd hit, slide down to 5th fret. 1, 2, slide down. 2 hits on that. Slide up. One hit there. And then there's just a 5-5 to 7-7 that's picked. And then 2-2 on the B and G strings to the 4-3, same strings. And then same thing there, 5-5, 7-7, picked. So he kind of speeds it up there at the end, so that's basically the whole sequence. I'll play it again here. Okay, so that's the whole sequence there. And then he goes 3rd fret B string, 2nd fret E, hit that 3 times. And then 4th fret G string. So you're just going. So he's just basically playing different little rhythms with that. And then, okay, so that's it for that part. And then, I can't stand this indecision. He keeps playing those little fills in the first part, earlier part of the song, when he does it at the end of the 2nd verse. So that's pretty much a repeat. I can't stand this indecision. Maybe with the lack of vision, everybody wants to. That's basically toggling between the 3 and 2 on the B and E strings to 2 and 2 on the B and E strings. That's 3-2, this is 2-2. 3-2. Everybody wants to. Then he slides up. 7th fret G and B strings. 7-7, 9 and 8, and then 11 and 10 on the G and B strings. And then he goes to the intro riff, but he plays it up. Let's see, that's 5 frets higher. 12, 12, 12, 10 on the E and B strings. But it's all up down picking. 12, 10, 12, 12, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 12, 12, 10. Then he goes back to the 3 and 2 again. Everybody wants to rule the world. And then he does a bend release at the 5th fret on the B string. Release that down to your 5th fret position. And then 3, 5. And then vibrato on the 3rd fret again. And then they go into the all for freedom. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing if. Same thing. Same exact thing. 3, 2. 2 hits on that. To the 4th fret G string. And then 2, 2. You can hit the single note. Or you can, on the G, 4th fret, or you can hit the 2 strings. Everybody wants to rule the world. Okay, the outro solo starts 10th fret, high E string. He does that 10-0, open string, and then 10th fret on the B string, and then open E again. Got that? 10-0, 10th fret on the B, and then back to your open E, and then 11th fret on the G string. That completes the D chord up high. Put some good vibrato on that if you can, which if you're not too good at doing the vibrato, just practice going up and down. And then he does a hit on that 11th fret, slide. Okay, and then 4th fret on the 3rd hit, he does a hammer on to the 5th fret after the hit, and then pulls off 5, 4, 2. And then just a 4th fret hit on the G and 2nd fret on the G. There's some nice vibrato there. Then this next part he does all on the G string. 4th fret, hammer on to 7, pull off to 4, and then pull off to 0. So that's 4, 7, 4, 0, all one pick. And then a hit on the 4th fret again. And then he slides on the A string actually up to the 9th fret. Actually, I think I'd bend it down. Get a little better vibrato on that. A little harder to bend an up bend, or get vibrato on an up bend. So anyway, that's 4, 7, 4, 0. And then 4th fret. Slide on the 9th fret of the A. To the G string, 7, 9. And then the bend on the 9th. I'll do that again real slow. A little vibrato there if you can. And then it goes 7th fret on the G string, 0. So 7, 0. And then 7th fret on the D string. And then slides up to the 12, 14 on the G string. Vibrato there, and then 15th fret on the B. I don't think he puts vibrato on that. Hits it once, normal, and then bends up. Full bend, and then he does a slight little half bend. I do a down bend on the 7th fret of the G string. bend and release. Hit on the 7th fret D. That's a full bend on the G, 9th fret. Up and down. Back to the 7th fret D. So you got slide up to 12th fret on the G. Then 11th fret on the G. B string 10th fret, B. And then, what would that be? 14th fret on the B. 11, 10, 14. It's like a half bend. Try to do it again. Okay, that's basically the feel. That's a bend and release as well. Half bend. Bending to the 15th. And then 11th fret. Vibrato. Open G. Slide up to 12. Open G again. And then a full bend at 12th fret. And then 7th fret D. Some good vibrato there. And then the last riff that he plays, kind of as it's fading away, is a 0, 12, 0 hammer on and pull off. So you're hitting the open D, hammering on at the 12th, and then pulling off to 0 again. So it's 0, 12, 0, 2 zeros, and then 12, 0. And then it goes to 16th fret D string, open, and then 12th fret again. That's the whole sequence. And then it goes 14th fret on the G to 11th fret. That's all picked. 14, 11, 12, D. That's it. Then it goes down to 9th fret on the G string, then 7th fret, and then 7th fret D. So that's 9, 7 on the G, 7 on the D, and then 7 on the B, 7 on the G, 7 on the D. And then there's a bend at the 8th fret, B string. Full bend. And that's pretty much it. Can't really hear much else on the recording. It fades out pretty quickly there. So after the bend on the 8th fret, 7 G string, 7 D string, slide down to 5th fret D string, and then 7 G string again, and then 2 hits on the D. Okay, try to play that outro solo one more time here so you can see it in action. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of content. I hope to get more tutorials out for you sometime soon. And I also do cover songs and some other fun stuff too. So please stay tuned. Thanks for watching.